Around 7:20 a.m. Monday morning, May the 12th, Canadian-born rap artist Tory Lanez was attacked by a fellow inmate at the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. 42-year-old Santino Castillo allegedly poked Tory 14 times, in which prison staff immediately responded, calling 911 and started giving Tory medical aid before transporting him to a hospital for further treatment. According to Tory's camp, he suffered a collapsed lung.
We don't have a lot of information about this just yet, but what we do know from the spokesperson for that California Correctional Institute is that this attack occurred at around 7:20 this morning. They didn't give further information about exactly how Tory Lanez was stabbed or what the potential motivation could be or where he was stabbed, but they did say that staff immediately rendered medical aid. He was transported to a local hospital, and he is suffering from non-life-threatening injuries. However, several other media outlets, including the Los Angeles Times, are reporting that this was another inmate who used a shank to stab him several times.
Castillo is no stranger to violence, as he's serving a life sentence for unaliving his 13-year-old girlfriend. And according to reports, this wasn't his first violent incident behind bars. The prison says Castillo has been placed on restricted housing pending an investigation. As we all know, Tory is currently serving a 10-year sentence for Meg Thee Stallion in 2020. What's the word, man? It's your boy J Loco, man. It's crazy, man. When it comes to this story, we keep hearing a bunch of different reports and rumors, but you know, when it's all said and done, Tory gonna need like a little Amazon documentary about his life or something. Now, the streets is saying, basically, you know, while Tory was locked up, and he was holding the people down, you know, and I know this is especially in California, but in a lot of prisons all over the country, you know, people might be from different gangs, but when you hit that state prison level, it's more politicking about what race you is more than what gang you is. Like when it comes to county jails in your local county, that's more so like what gang you rep. But when you hit the prison, you feel me? When you hit state prisons and federal prisons, it's more about what race you are. You feel me? So you might be blood beefing with a certain Crip set, but in the state prisons, y'all cool because y'all both black. You know, the whites stay with the whites, the Spanish stay with the Spanish, the blacks stay with the blacks. So basically what the streets are saying is, you know, Tory was holding the black people down and they're, you know, putting money on their books, making sure they had commissary, you know, holding them down. Just, you know, Tory a multi-millionaire, so it wasn't nothing for him to do that, hold his people down. In a way, you could look at it two ways. Some people say Tory was running the jail. Some people say he was getting friendly extortion. I would say it was probably like a mix of both. Like, yeah, they was probably, you know, friendly extorting him because they knew he was a millionaire. So, you know, they probably gravitated towards him because they know he got that bag. But this does, in a way, buy you power. Like, kind of like the 6ix9ine situation. Like, yeah, he bought his way in, but it did buy him power because he was able to make things happen. You feel me? So, you know, Tory moving and grooving. He got people, you know, doing stuff for him, doing his biddings, and you know, he moving all right out there. He moving pretty comfortable in jail or whatever. And they saying he has some run-ins with these Mexicans a couple times or whatever. And the Mexicans realizing that, you know, Tory is the head honcho or the black. Well, let's not say the head honcho, but let's say he one of the shot callers for the blacks. You feel me? I guess, you know what they say. You got to cut the head off the snake. So that's literally what they tried to do. Now, I'm not out there. I'm not in the California State Prison. I don't know exactly what's going on. But they saying Tory was hit 7 times in the back, 4 times in the torso, twice to the back of his head, and 1 more to the side of his face. So yeah, man, they was really trying to get him up out of here. Now, Tory is only a couple years into his sentence, you know, so, I mean, this might be a problem he might have to deal with for a while now, so, you know, hopefully, like, I'm surprised somebody like Tory Lanez not in protective custody based on how popular he is, but, you know, I don't know exactly how things work out there, so I don't know if he want to show that he not scared, or they say there's a lot of blade activity going on in PC, so he probably ain't want to be over there dealing with that. But he gonna have to beef up security a little bit more. He gonna have to pay that bag to beef up security a little bit more. You feel me? Within the cells, cause man, how was they able to get to him so easily? Yeah, I'm praying for the boy. Hopefully he can make a steady recovery. They saying he in stable condition now. One of his lungs had collapsed, but they saying he in stable condition now, and he's not in life-threatening situation no more. So that's why you can't be shooting bitches, man. That's why you can't be shooting bitches, man. All y'all little YNs out there watching or whatever, man, take note, man. You may go home you may get locked up for a petty crime. You never know. You might get locked up for something petty, and you might not make it out, man. So y'all stay out the streets out there. Y'all stay safe, man. God loves you. I love you so much more. Nah, one of my favorite YouTubers be saying that, man. I just thought that shit was type fly, though. But, man, it's the neighborhood hero, J. Lope. And y'all stay out them streets. Y'all stay safe, man. It's wicked out here.
How is your message to women? Don't bail your son out of jail, and then you start giving these women examples of men getting hurt bad in jail. Hello? Those were somebody's sons getting hurt in the jail. That was somebody's son like that. Yeah, that's somebody's son like that getting stabbed in his head. What he said? Like, I can't believe he on the internet saying, leave your son in jail. Like, he never seen nobody get left in jail. Sometimes dudes don't make it home from jail. A 1 to 3, a 2 to 4, a 3 to 6, a 6 to 12, a 12 and a half to 25, a 25 to life. All of those is the same bed. You got to make it home, bro. All of those is life at the end. 1 to 3 is a 1 to life. 2 to 4 is a 2 to life. You got to make it home. Everybody not going to make it. Everybody not going to come home with all their faculties. Like they said, some dudes is going to come. They going to get hit in the head with things, man. And they ain't going to be the same no more. They going to be slow. They going to be slow. They can't get right. That's what they going to be. They just can't get right. What happened to him? Oh, somebody hit him in the head with something in jail. Now he home. He shake all the time. You understand what I'm saying? Rikers Island made me worse, bro. Like, no doubt about it, Rikers Island made me worse. My experience on Rikers Island, it made me cold, bitter, like vicious. Rikers, that's the best word to describe, like vicious. That's how Rikers Island made you. What? Savage. That's what Rikers Island made us. A lot of us. I know dudes that ain't making home off of Rikers Island too. Like, dudes be dying in jail. Dude, mother could have bailed them out of jail. Instead, they sent them home in a body bag. And I'm saying that you make burial arrangements for them, you heard?